I've never truly considered myself a true Pokemon fan, but one of these days I was actually rummaging through my old toys and I found my album that I used to collect cards in, and I realized, hold on a second, actually when I think about it, I collected the cards enough that I had an album, I played the video games, I watched the movies, I watched the anime. As it turns out, I've been more invested in Pokemon than I initially thought, really. The second I booked my trip to Tokyo, it was an absolute no-brainer when it came to booking the Pokemon Cafe. Whatever it took, I didn't care, I was definitely gonna get in. And here's how you can do it as well. When I say that this method is bulletproof and guaranteed, I mean it, so listen up. The first thing you need to know is that reservations open exactly a month before you go. So if you're going in February to Tokyo, you're gonna make the reservation from January. I didn't make up the rules, the website does it that way. That's how far in advance you need to know when you're going, what time, how many people. So you need to get those details down to the T. Reservations open at exactly 6 p.m. local Japanese time, so you need to check whatever time that is for you and be there on the dot. What I mean by that is that you need to pull up one of those international world accurate clocks on Google and wait until it strikes exactly 6 p.m. Japan time. Cool, you get there and suddenly you're put into a queue the second it turns exactly 6 p.m. Don't worry, if you've ever been through a ticketing process for like a popular concert or anything like it, you would have already experienced this kind of queue process. Don't get scared, just wait, don't refresh. It will refresh for you and put you on the page where you select the date and the time that you want to go. You're on the page for the dates and the times. You click on one, you select what time, what happens? Everything is already fully booked. Doesn't matter if you check for 4 people, for 3, for 5, for 7, however many, everything is full. And you panic. What are you gonna do? Everything is already taken. How are they so quick? It wasn't even 2 minutes. What the heck? Now you're gonna take everything I just said and completely ignore it. Teddy, what the heck do you mean by that? I feel like this is a well-gate-kept secret in the Pokemon Cafe community. I don't see a lot of people sharing it, and if they do, it's very subtle. And I see people constantly struggling and hiring other people to do, the reservations for them. You don't need to do that. You can do it yourself, and it's foolproof. And if you fail, it's a skill issue, frankly. Let me get to the point. What you're gonna do is go back on the website, like exactly, and I mean exactly 20 minutes later. For whatever reason, the page refreshes and everything gets refreshed again, and suddenly places get released. This is years of Ticketmaster K-pop concert veteran training. Just come back to the website exactly 20 minutes later, and there will be spots. I do recommend that you try this beforehand, just as like a practice round to see how it works. You are gonna get a little bit stressed. It is a stressful process, but no matter what, you're gonna find spots, and I guaranteed it. Before I booked my official reservation, practiced like 3-4 times, and every time I could manage to find spots. I just didn't book it. You need to be fairly quick with it though, so be prepared to, write your email, name, phone number, etc. As soon as you're finished, you're gonna get a little confirmation, an email. You also have like an official webpage kind of ticket thing. Screenshot it, and once you're there, you're gonna show it to the person who's waiting to seat you, and he's gonna ask you for your name. And yeah, I'm gonna speed through everyone else walking in the reservation line, looking all smug, like, hey, I don't have to wait like 10 hours for a free spot. I just have my reservation and I made it myself. I've heard people say that sometimes spots will free if someone cancels their reservation. If you wanna go through the process of checking every single day if someone has canceled, then sure, you can do that. I'd recommend to just try out the trick that I told you, and it works like a charm, I promise you. So good luck, and here's my journey to the Pokemon Cafe. I traveled from relatively far, so I took the Dantoshi line that went directly there actually, and it was a quick and easy process. It was just a rainy, miserable day kind of, so I was glad that I had a reservation for something, so I had something to look forward to and I didn't have to make up my own schedule. But I got here, it wasn't exactly very busy. I saw some other people who were heading for the Pokemon Center as well. Entered the big mall. You can see here on the 5th floor is the Pokemon Cafe and Pokemon Center. And here on the bottom it says where I'm at, East Entrance. Took the elevator. And you're there when you see all the Pokemon on the walls and you hear children talking in the background. It also felt kind of like Little Europe because you could hear just about any language, or mini world even. You could hear so many languages in one singular spot. It was insane. This big Snorlax welcomes you as well. If you get there early, there's a sign that says what reservation time is lining up at the moment. But on the side, you can still check out the special menu, which I believe changes pretty frequently. But by all means, you will absolutely get the iconic Pikachu plate with the curry It's amazing. They hand you this number and tell you where to sit down. They tell you in Pokemon terms, you're at the La Place area. But if you're confused, there's the numbers on the tables as well. And then they hand you the special menu cards to see if you want to get that. Tablet in front of you, you can switch the language. They have it in Korean, Chinese, English, Japanese, and you can go through all the different menu items. You can order one thing first and see if you have space for something else, but there's a 30-minute gap where just before your reservation time is finished, you can't order anymore. So keep that in mind because you will have to eat very fast. The interaction in between with Pikachu is quite long, I believe. I think it was around 15 minutes, during which you're not eating or they're not serving. So I do recommend, if you want to get a bunch of things, either order them all together or eat them really fast. Here is the magical curry. I've heard people complain about the taste of this, that it's very bland. I absolutely beg to differ. It's delicious. Look how cute. Oh my god. Also, if you order a drink, you get a ticket like this, like a lottery ticket. This was the drink I ordered. I ordered like the fizzy Pikachu drink. Mango, ice cream, and pulp. But anyway, they come with you with a tablet, and the lottery is you pick a card and you actually win a gift card. So cute. These are all the items that I got from the Pokemon store. Nothing special. Just a little handkerchief or towel, mini towel rather, and an Eevee keychain. Also, visiting the store after is an absolute must. It can get a little bit chaotic with all the kids running around, but you definitely have to check it out. There's so many plushies and little accessories and cards. They also have the thing where you put in like 2,000 yen and you get the squashed coin. It was actually warm after I got it. You have 3 options and the person in front of me actually got all 3. But it was really like a cute souvenir. If you're not going to get anything else, you definitely have to get at least this. Before I leave you, I just want to preface something really quickly as if it wasn't obvious enough, but this cafe was very much intended for the target audience to be little kids, right? And I just want to say, like, if you're gonna come as a grouchy, annoyed adult, kind of ruins the whole atmosphere because they ask you to like play along, you know, like clap your hands and stomp your feet, participate in like a little game and stuff. So, you know, it's just something that I noticed from someone that was beside me that clearly just came to eat the food and go. It's a whole experience and I think you should really enjoy it. Have fun. It's a great place to feel like you're 9 again. And don't think about it too deeply about who's gonna see you and what face you're gonna make and is this embarrassing, is it not, is it adult friendly or is it not? Just have fun. Relax. Also, I literally went alone. You know, like you can totally do this on your own and not feel any type of way embarrassed about it. I think it's totally fine. Just do your own thing. Who cares? Pokemon for life. Am I right or am I right?